Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've made any kind of video and uploaded it, so hopefully this will be a good one to upload, and we'll show some of the progress I've made slowly over the course of time. So today I'm running a couple of Penzi steam locomotives and trying to show some of the latest work that I've done. The big city here is being kind of finalized in its position where everything should land. As you can see, I got a switch here that'll be going out to something I have yet to determine exactly what that'll be, and but everything is running smoothly, thank you Jesus. And so you just see the various things that I have over here. This direction that I'm kind of expanding out to is something that I'd planned for some time. Now this benchwork was built originally. It's actually part of the very first benchwork I put in. I haven't quite finished out what I'm going to do, so I've got some other lumber and stuff that's going to go back over to here around this corner and end up by this window where you see this Christmas decoration. So the lower level that some of you, if you've seen my videos before, you may recall is just all turnouts, or not turnouts, but rather a reversing loop. So I could store some trains and also turn whole trains around. I'm running a DCC system and got an automatic reverse section controller for this area that I call the subway. So so this track over here to the left, where you see where I'm pointing my finger, is where I've got some trains that will come out behind the city and come around and do some things I have yet to determine exactly what they'll be. But like many of you other fellow model railroaders, I bought lots and lots of kits and stuff and hadn't put them together yet. But anyway, so determine what all that will be. Some of, as you can see, is kit bashed, and some are some models that you probably have on your own layout. So it's one of the things I always enjoy is looking at somebody else's layout, and I say, hey, I got that building, and then there's some other kind of unique things, like this one with a curved back, which was kit bashed by someone, I don't know who, but I bought it like that. So I thought it looked really cool there. So I'm going to have a street there and a street there and so on. And so this city I have tentatively named Firestone, and so we'll see how that works out. I may not keep that name, but I like the name at the same time. I was wanting a large city named F, but I didn't know exactly what I'd pick. But I wanted something also that sounded like it would be, from Indiana, which is the area that I'm modeling, the Ohio Valley and everything. So that's why I've got this Monon steam locomotive that I've decorated here for a friend of mine. This kit right here is going to be a kind of a garden, a little shed, things like that. When I bought it, it looked like it'd be super duper easy to put together, but I was way wrong. I don't know if you can see them or not. Those little, see those look like sunflowers in there, those yellow things? Yeah. There's like dozens of little things like that in there. And like these little flowers right here, they're all put together one stem at a time. You add the flower to the stem, and then the stem to the little thing at the bottom, which would be the part of the flower bed. And thank God for nice easy fingers, but it's not easily done. So any of you got the a little bit of the shakes or anything like that, if you're doing this, this is not the kit for you. So anyway, but going over here, I got Ada crossing with the Ada grain in the background. I made these signs for these buildings the way I wanted to. I've got my own graphics computer here at the house, and I used to be a graphic artist for over 25 years, so I've got the Adobe Creative Suite, the last version you could actually buy without having to license it. The only thing is it's on a 20-year-old computer, and so there's no updating or anything else. And if this computer goes kaput, there goes the end of that software. So here we are at Switz City, which is an actual city in Indiana, which has a lot of track going through it. You can see it in southern Indiana on maps if you look it up. Lots of railroads going through there, and it had kind of a nickname of Switch City because it had so many tracks going through it. So I made some signs for a Switch City station, but I hadn't figured out how to put them on there the best way I really like. So anyway, and then I've got this lumberyard over here. This kit here, some of y'all may recognize, and I made little signs for that. Those little sheds right there, I got at a shop, show, excuse me. Somebody had 3D printed those, which I thought they came out kind of cool. So here's a tower here, cooling tower for this New York Central locomotive. And as some of you may know, I'm a little bit whimsical on some things, and so I made sure that I've got the Pennsylvania, B&O, New York Central, and Shortline, which would be kind of sort of the Monon. So therefore, I've got a monopoly on the railroads in my own basement. Mwahaha. Here's right there. Here's another. It's another kit. I kit bashed. If that looks similar to anybody, but they're like kind of, that's not quite like mine. It's because I cut off about half of it so I could fit it in that position. I bought that kit at a show. I was thinking, wow, I know exactly where I want it, but it's too big. But that's okay. I know how to cut it down. So there we go. A lot of trial and error, and well, it's nice to have plastic, isn't it, guys? You just cut it and do all sorts of crazy stuff with it and be all right. First going over here to Honeycomb Gap, where I got the scratch-built trestle. This scratch-built trestle is probably 30 years old now. Boy, I can't believe I had it that long. And then here's another kit bashed bridge. You've seen this. There's thousands of them around, but I connected the two of them to do this gap. Anyway, like I said, some of the stuff might be a repeat from stuff you've seen before. This is the Westinghouse plant, which I haven't made signs for yet, but that's what's going to go over there. And back over here. I haven't even named this little section, but there it is. So most of this stuff is, if you're looking at the automobiles, I'm trying to do the steam to diesel transition era, but I'm not exactly following that 100%. And so you'll see some things here. I'll swing back around over here, hopefully not too fast, make you dizzy for whatever reason. Anyway, here you go. For instance, I bought this 1970 Ford Maverick. Hopefully we get a good focus in on it. I'll see if it will or not. I got this Ford Maverick, and it was the very first car I ever drove around a lot. And then over here, back at this station, which again, everybody's got this station. I got like 2 or 3 of them. And so you see this F-150 and then this Ford Taurus, which are a lot newer than the time I'm modeling. But I bought that because they're very similar to The first new vehicles I bought for my wife and me back almost 25 years ago now. So anyway, I've got some other things. Some of the vehicles you may have seen, I've got some things, you know, that remind me of movies or other scenes and stuff. This Gran Torino that you see there, I bought my very first car I bought myself was similar to that car. But I got some other things, you know, you got your Studebaker Hawk over there and so on. My dad used to have one of those. I've got an Amtrak, which again is not quite the time period, and this nice locomotive. As you can see, it's an electric locomotive, and I have absolutely no catenaries. But a friend of mine gave me that, and so he's a good friend, so that's why I kept it. And swinging around here, I got this selection of buildings, which came as one large kit. It was called a tannery, I think. I don't know if that's what I'm going to call this thing. It's yet another unnamed industry I have here, what I put together. And so we'll go on a little bit farther this way. Water tower here, and a little switching tower here. I don't know if they'll stay exactly in those spots. Down here is the entrance to the subway line. You saw at the beginning of the video where that one track is coming out. The new benchwork. This is the other end of that. So this goes down to those reversing loops and so on. And so I got a few other things over here. I got an actual placard that actually says Westinghouse, which is fun. And this building right here, behind the little sand tower, that is a little scratch-built building I made. And it has only one function, and that is to cover the switch that goes to the reversing loops, because they diverge there, and it's not electrical, not remotely powered, that is to say. So if I want to switch anything, I have to pick that up and throw the switch and put it back down. But I made it that way on purpose. So, you know, why do I have manual throws on here? It just kind of ended up that way. Whenever you're building something, as you know, stuff just kind of evolves, and it doesn't exactly evolve the way you may have originally envisioned it. I'm heavy on the locomotives, and I may yet. I'm thinking about, renting a table or two and letting some of them go, but it's kind of hard to know which ones, because I really like them. And some of them I want to keep, and some of them I don't, for different reasons. Like, for instance, this L&N locomotive here. A friend of mine gave me that, and he was a good friend. Helped me with the benchwork when I first moved into this house. And he passed away, so it's kind of like, I can't get rid of that, And so there's some other good stuff here. That's a real pretty locomotive. It's Milwaukee Road one. Nice thing. So, and then come back around over here. And some of the stuff's a little bit of a mess, as you can see. But, again, nothing none of y'all haven't seen. So here we are, just about a little 15-minute video or so. And this is what we got. So, anyhow, thank you for those who have left good comments and other videos that I made, and I appreciate that. And if you have any thoughts or something, say, hey, it would look really cool, Jerry, if you did, X, Y, and Z over here. So you can go ahead and make those comments. I appreciate that. Anybody who says, gee, Jerry, your layout's just a pile of crap, you can keep that comment to yourself. At any event, you all have a great day. Bye-bye.